Welcome everyone to Rowan's Ratchets. Today we're going to be changing the battery on a 2015 Honda Odyssey, and my cinematographer Rian is going to walk you through it. Okay, so on the front of the car, the battery is located right under this air piece. You can see the positive terminal and the negative terminal is over there. So the best way to do it is to remove this air piece, and then you have access to the battery. And the way you remove it is there's two clips, one right there and one right there, and you just take a flat screwdriver, and this clip is made of two pieces, so you just pop up the top, you kind of pop up the top, and then you pull it out and the whole thing comes out. So you can see these clips it's two pieces, and the top part locks in the other piece. So same thing on this one. See, it comes out. And then this air duct just lifts right out. It's stuck in here to this rubber. So you just kind of wiggle it. I might need two hands. You wiggle it and this piece comes right out. You really don't want to let anything fall in there. And now you have the battery. You can see the negative terminal, the positive terminal.
What is that hole in there?
That's where the air goes into the engine. Okay, anyways. Positive. So the way you remove these is there's a little 10mm bolt right here that you basically just unscrew, and then these terminals are going to come off. And I usually take the negative off first. So we'll unscrew this guy, take the negative off, unscrew this guy, take the positive off, and then to remove the battery, Honda uses this system to hold it in place. It's kind of like a U system. And you can see there's a hook down there, right there. And basically what you do is you unscrew these from the top, and then this whole thing gets really loose, and you'll see it kind of just pulls out. So we're gonna unscrew this, take it off, unscrew this, take it off, unscrew the battery, take the battery out, and then put the new one in reverse, okay? Okay, so actually I'm gonna remove this bracket first. So I'm just, and if you have a socket that's long enough, it'll fit, but for some reason I didn't have one that's long enough, so I'm just using a pair of pliers to just lefty-loosey turn these bolts off, and I'll show you how the system works once this comes out, but I'll stop the video and show you once it. So just to show you how this brace system works, this sits over the battery and holds it down, and then you can see how it's hooked on the ends, and those hooks basically go into that. You can see that, I'll point to it. You can see the hole right there. And there's a similar one on this side. Let's see if it'll focus. I'm not gonna focus, but anyways, there's a hole down there, and those basically hook into that hole, and then when you tighten it, it locks it in place. So that's how that works. So now I'm gonna, I'm gonna unscrew the terminals on these batteries, and they should come right off. I'm gonna start with negative. I'm not sure if that's the exact proper way to do it. That's just how I've always done it. I'm gonna take those off, clean it up, then put the new one in. All right. So I have a socket, basically just lefty-loosey this thing. My cameraman is having stomach problems, so I'm doing this one-handed today. So that should be loose. And theoretically, I might need two hands to do this. Let me get my screwdriver. Screwdriver, pry that thing off, and I'm gonna leave it off to the side for now. And I'm gonna clean all this up to get all that dirt off. Same thing over here. The socket on it, lefty-loosey. And I get these from AutoZone, and I like them because they, and I'm not sponsored by them, but they'll test your battery for free, and I don't know, I just had a good, I'm sure the other auto stores are good too. I've had a good experience taking it there and having them quickly tell me what's wrong with it. So basically just kind of loosening it up, and then same thing, screwdriver, just pop it right off. Okay, and should be good to go. Now, and take the battery out. Should just lift right out of this. There's a little, yeah, should just lift right out. Put the new one in, okay? The battery just lifted right out. Mine, I don't know if everyone's has this, but mine had this like cover thing around it, so I'll just put this over the new one too. But that's basically what it looks like, and I can show you these holes a little better where the battery hooks in, or actually I can't. Well, so this tray comes out too, and there are the holes for hooking in those, the main clips, just to show you. But anyways, I'm gonna dump this guy out, and then I'll put this back in, put that little cover on the new battery, which is Duralast 24F DLG. It's got like the 3-year warranty, and the batteries, you know, they seem to always go out about a month after the 3-year warranty expires, but you know, maybe that's just me. Anyways, put the new one in, good to go. So the new battery has been put in. It's a little bit heavy putting it in, so you come over here, cameraman. Put the battery in. I put this plastic cover back on. I first put on the positive terminal. When I got the battery at AutoZone, they gave me a little bit of this like dielectric grease. Some people, there's also this stuff called like terminal spray. I just put a tiny bit of dielectric grease around the terminal before I put the battery back on top of it. It's supposed to help with waterproofing and, you know, things like that, but who actually knows what it does? So anyways, I put them on, I tightened up the positive. Again, I don't completely know if there's like a by the book order to do this, but tightening up the negative. I put a little bit of grease too. I don't like to glob it up on top because it picks up dirt, so I just put it kind of on the sides. They don't need to be super tight, just, you know, tight. And it's good to me. Feels pretty solid. So now we just have to put that, close that. We gotta put the brace back on, right? The brace that, it's probably the hardest part of the whole thing. You can also see on every piece, and Honda's really good about this, they put arrows indicating to the front. So like even on this plastic cover, there's an arrow right there that shows you that's supposed to be facing the front of the car. And same thing on this metal brace, you can see there's an arrow telling you FR this way. So this should be towards the front. So I'm gonna basically put these down in, and then these hook, and if the cameraman will come a little closer, I'll actually show you. So you can see it going down. See, I'm trying to get it through that hole, so see it's spinning. So I'm basically just gonna turn it, get a little lower, and turn it. And I might need to loosen it up a little bit. But there you go. You can see it went through that hole. See right there? So that's good. So I'm gonna tighten this side down a little bit. Keep filming, buddy.
Okay.
I'm gonna tighten this side down just a little bit. Make sure that's still in. Oh, it actually came out. Nice. Like I said, hardest part in my opinion of this whole thing. Okay, just get it sort of in, and then we'll tighten them kind of at the same time. So now I'm gonna do the same thing on the back. It's very hard to film this, but I'll just, I'm doing the exact same thing that I did up there. Which is basically just putting it in that hole. Which can be harder than you would think. Okay, both are in, so now I'm gonna just tighten them up, and they'll probably come out in the process of tightening is what I've found. But I'm gonna try my best. Yeah, this one's, you almost need like most things in life, if you had a third hand, it would be better, but for some reason that wasn't evolutionarily favorable, huh? Sorry, rambling. Anyways, basically, this is boring, but I'm just holding it sort of still while I tighten it. And these don't need to get super tight. The whole point is, like, if you hit a big bump, you don't want the battery to go flying up in the air, which is pretty heavy, so it's pretty held down anyways. But this is Honda's sort of clever way of creating a system that would help it stay in place. So anyways, not too bad of a process. I did notice on these batteries, if you leave the handle on them while you put them in, it doesn't fit quite right against this fuse box, and so I took the handles off before I put them in, which made it harder to drop in, but a lot easier space-wise. And this cover, I only put the cover on once I had taken the battery, once the battery was in the car. So I didn't put the cover on before the battery was in the car because, okay, so that seems, there's not much. When I move this, the whole unit moves, which is the goal. It should sort of move as one unit as opposed to like And I'm just trying to pop these out to see if they come out. And they feel, yeah, they feel pretty good to me. Okay, so now, moment of truth. Start this bad boy up. See what it goes. Make sure everything's tight, positive, negative. Get all my tools out of the way. They give you these terminal things that you can put underneath. I've never used them. If you guys have, let me know in the comments. I'd be curious if people have had success. Oh, the air duct. We gotta put the air duct in. Almost forgot, but the reason I remembered is because I had those clips in this little tray, and so I was like, oh, those should go somewhere. So for the air duct, remember, it's this piece right here. So this end, make sure there's nothing, make sure no paper towels or anything fell in there. And put this piece back in. You see it just sort of, it's in there. And then line up the holes. And the clips, you basically open up the clip. Sometimes they separate. Open it up, put it in, and then push the top down, and that locks it. So open up the clip like that, put it in the hole, kind of, and then lock it. And I forgot to say this, but when I took the battery out, if you watch Chris Fix, out with the old and in with the new. Chris Fix, if you're watching, you're my hero. Anyways, okay, that's in, battery's good. Let's back up from the car. Let's see. Woo, starts right up. Let's see, no check engine lights. All the check engine lights that were on before have gone away. It was an electrical issue. But anyways, all right. Well, today on Honda Ratchets, we fixed my mom's minivan. Magic. And the cost, let me tell you the cost. The tools cost nothing. You should kind of just have these tools around the house anyways. And even if you don't have a socket, you can just use a pair of pliers. The battery from AutoZone was $159, but I had bought the previous battery from AutoZone that had expired in part of the prorated warranty. So they gave me $50 back. I'm gonna get 20 bucks back when I bring in the old battery. So it probably cost total around $80 to do this whole thing. I didn't get a quote from the dealer, but I'm guessing it's probably in the hundreds. Nothing wrong with the dealer, just I prefer doing it myself. So anyways, it's a crazy time. I hope everyone is staying safe. Me and my family are, so take care of yourselves, be safe, be nice to one another, and see you next time on Rowan's Ratchets. Like, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Thanks.